Guys, welcome back. So it's our next chapter of The Tiger Rising. So last chapter we got introduced to Willie Mae. So she's one of the maids that cleans at the Kentucky Star. And so she was basically giving Rob some life advice to make sure that he stayed in school, and wanted to know why he wasn't in school, because she didn't want him to end up like she did, which was cleaning hotel rooms. So she's a very interesting character. So we'll see kind of where our story leads today with chapter 11. That afternoon, Rob was out front of the Kentucky Star, weeding between the cracks in the sidewalk, when the school bus rumbled up. "Hey!" he heard Norton Three-Munger yell. Rob didn't look up. He concentrated on the weeds. "Hey, disease boy!" Norton shouted. "We know what you got. It's called leprosy." "Yeah," Billy shouted. "Leprosy. All your parts are going to fall off." "They're going to rot off," Norton yelled. "Yeah," Billy screamed. "That's what I meant. Rot. They're going to rot off." Rob stared at the sidewalk and imagined the tiger eating Norton and Billy Three-Munger, then spitting out their bones. "Hey!" Norton shouted. "Here comes your girlfriend, disease boy." The bus coughed and sputtered and finally roared away. Rob looked up. Sistine was walking toward him. She was wearing a lime green dress. As she got closer, he could see that it was torn and dirty. "I brought your homework," she said. She held out a red notebook stuffed full of papers. The knuckles on her hand were bleeding. "Thank you," said Rob. He took the notebook. He was determined to say nothing else to her. He was determined to keep his words inside himself, where they belonged. Sistine stared past him at the motel. It was an ugly 2-story building, squat and small, composed entirely of cement block. The doors of each room were painted a different color, pink or blue or green, and there was a chair painted in a matching color sitting in front of each door. "Why is this place called the Kentucky Star?" Sistine asked. "Because," Rob said. It was the shortest answer he could think of. "Because why?" she said. Rob sighed. "Because Beecham, the man who owns it, he had a horse once called the Kentucky Star." "Well," said Sistine, "it's a stupid name for a hotel in Florida." Rob shrugged. It started to rain. Sistine stood in front of him and continued to stare. She looked at the motel and then over at the blinking Kentucky Star sign, and then she looked back at him as if it was all a math equation she was trying to come out right on in her head. The rain made her hair stick to her scalp. It made her dress droopy. Rob looked at her small pinched face and her bleeding knuckles and dark eyes, and he felt something inside him open up. It was the same way he felt when he picked up that piece of wood and started working on it, not knowing it would become, and then watching it turn into something he recognized. He took a breath. He opened his mouth and let the words fall out. "I know where there's a tiger." Sistine stood in the drizzly rain and stared at him, her eyes black and fierce. She didn't say, "A real one?" She didn't say, "Are you crazy?" She didn't say, "You're a big old liar." She said one word. What do you think the word is? Where? And Rob knew then that he had picked the right person to tell. So that ends chapter 11. So, cat's out of the bag, literally. So now Sistine apparently knows about the tiger. So I wonder if they're going to go visit the tiger, or at least go looking for the tiger. Because remember, he only saw the tiger one time. So we'll read tomorrow. Bye, guys.